Pussycats. Are we on?
Are we on?
Is
Yes,
it
we're
on?
on. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good morning. Hey, it's actually morning.
And we actually got it right in together.
Did we?
I mean, sometimes I'm saying afternoon and you're saying morning.
Yeah. No, but
We're-
it is morning.
We're getting better at this.
Well, because when it's afternoon, it's hard to
yeah.
know what to say together, but it is morning.
Good morning, noon.
Yeah, it's like 10:30, I think, on a Sunday morning.
Together. Yes, yes. And it's cooler.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's nice because
been
it rained. It rained last night. It was the thunder was so loud that my alarm went off.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And
That must set a record of some kind.
and I was watching. It's on Netflix and it's called something about I think her name is Nicola or something. I don't know what it is, but it's like new on there. You have to watch it if you have Netflix.
It's good.
So
have
it's.
to
I
get
remember
closer.
reading the story. Yeah. Do you have to get closer
I
to
have
me?
to get closer. Yes.
Our
Sorry.
butt cheeks are touching.
Huh?
Our butt cheeks are touching. How much
Really?
closer can you get?
Okay. Okay.
That's
okay.
the sign that you're close enough. When our butt cheeks touch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. No, but it's about that little girl. I don't know if you remember reading the story. And she was a little person. Well, she is a little person. And these people adopted her. And then they were like, well, then they think maybe she's an adult.
Oh,
Like-
maybe she's not a little girl.
Yeah. And because she came from the Ukraine, but then she doesn't have an accent. I mean, you have to watch it. I was up till 2 a.m. till I finally had to turn it off. And so I need to finish it tonight, but it's one of those ones, it's kind of like a good book where you just want to
Yeah.
keep watching it.
Oh,
And I'm like,
wow.
Tracey, you have to go to bed. So I have that to, well, no, because I have to work till midnight tonight.
Oh no.
Well, then I'll watch it when I get back because then I can't fall asleep. So I'll just, but it's twists and turns and who's the one that's being manipulative in the story. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Makes you really get into it and think about it.
Oh yeah, well, because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
who's the bad person? Who's the one, because they're all crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's the world.
That is the world.
But it's interesting, crazy. I mean, we learn.
Well,
I
makes
think
you
we
feel
do.
like your life isn't that crazy then.
Yeah.
even though it is.
sounds wonderful, like a wonderful story.
Well, for us to watch, but for
Yes.
them,
Yeah.
not so
oh,
wonderful.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the truth. Yeah.
So,
What's new, pussycat?
meow, meow, meow. What's new, pussycat?
I really like that. That was a long time ago, but that
Yeah.
was the movie. What's new?
Yeah, and
Pussycat?
Livy now, she used to like never come out, and now she heard me. I came in, and she quick came out, and then I went in the bedroom because she likes to be petted when she likes to be petted, and then all of a sudden she grabbed me and she plays rough, and she
Oh.
bit me.
I know. You'd be surprised how sharp her teeth are.
Yeah, I think she thinks because she never plays with any other cats or anything, so I don't think she
No.
realizes. But yeah,
Well, she can defend herself anyway, just with her teeth.
yeah, teeth, yeah.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. So,
Well, you don't mess with Olivia, right?
yeah, don't mess with Olivia. That's
No.
right.
No.
Yeah, it's just kind of been a week. I've been
I know.
just trying to recover. Like I was telling you, so I worked like 3 nights this week till close. And then I worked Thursday night till close. And because of my back, I said I couldn't do truck, like unload the truck. But I mean, I could still do truck, like put stuff on the shelves. And guess what? The one time that I say I can't do it, oh no, it did come at 4:30. That was last week. It did come at 4:30. But I got in at 7 and or 6. Anyway, so I didn't get much sleep. And then I worked till 1. Oh, and then we went to the dentist.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to tell them what you found out about your teeth?
No, not really. I don't want to talk about it.
Want to talk about it? Okay.
Well, yeah. It isn't very,
Fun.
it's a gum thing.
Yeah.
But my gums
gum.
are old, and I guess they're starting to realize it. Yeah.
Well, but we're getting it taken care of, right?
Yeah, a couple more appointments.
Yeah.
They want, there's a tooth that, what is it, abscess or something?
It's an abscess, and he couldn't believe. He just looked at it. The other dentist, you've been to quite a few dentists.
And they said we'll either pull it or we'll do a root canal.
And it's a front one.
It's down here.
Yeah,
that
but
way, from
you
now
said
on, if I smile, there'll be a space here.
But I said your top teeth are so big you can't see your bottom teeth.
Oh, you can see I don't know, but I imagine. You
Yeah.
can. Anyway, it's very depressing,
It
even
is.
when you're
Yeah.
in your 90s.
Yeah, because those are her real teeth. That you still got your teeth. Those aren't dentures.
No, they're all mine, but but now,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll
But-
let you know how it all turns out.
We'll take you on the
Isn't
root
this an
canal.
This is a 10 story.
What an adventure. Yeah, we'll take you on the root canal journey. Well, he said maybe they might not be able to save it. He said now we have to go to the endodontist because we went to the dentist who referred us to the periodontalist, and now we have to go to the endodontist before we go back to the periodontist.
Which means I won't even, you have to wait so long, and I know
It
there's a
is,
lot of
yeah.
people.
Even to get into the periodontist, they got us in early.
He's a special, I had to go to a special doctor.
Yeah, and they got us in. We weren't supposed to go till July 7th,
And we got a cancellation.
yeah, we were on a waiting list.
That was
Yep.
good. Yeah.
And so, well, speaking of that, so same thing with therapists. So I wrote, I actually want to do EMDR, something like that. It's eye desensitization.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
You didn't tell me that.
So if anybody's done that, let me know.
You just found that out, huh?
Well, I looked up there's specialists that do this.
Yeah.
Not everybody does it.
Yeah.
And so anyway, but even therapists, like they're like, well, do you want to get on a waiting list?
I know. I mean, it's well, I had that. This was it. I thought it went away, but evidently it's still.
But you've been trying because you said we've been trying to find stuff. Remember, you're like, oh, my gums are so sensitive, and he said your gums are bleeding.
But the thing is, well, I didn't know that. They told me that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I had a toothache at that time.
Yeah.
Remember, he gave me penicillin, and I had a toothache, and I had to wait 2 months to get an appointment to have it fixed. I mean, years ago, I shouldn't even say years ago because it's not the same world.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's so many. Everybody has to wait for an appointment with the doctor.
Well, and I heard, let me know if this is true or not, that they only allow so many people to become dentists, like to apply to dental school.
Oh, I
Do you know
didn't
what I
even
mean?
know that. I did not know that.
I remember reading that or hearing that or something.
I believe that, yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, so everything is a waiting game, and and even like mental health. So you want to get in to see a therapist, like, well, you're gonna have to get on a waiting list, and I'm like,
that's
okay.
not funny, but it is.
No, it
kind
isn't
of
funny. Right.
Sad.
It's sad funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have to laugh at the world today because, because kind of, just to keep your spirits up. Yeah. And it's going to get better. It always does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Hopefully it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about something that's happy.
I tried a new eyebrow thing, and I think it's a little too dark, so I'm gonna get the.
I'm not the person to ask for that. It looks nice to me.
And I've been wanting to do my makeup videos. Like I said, I don't even make any AdSense or anything on my other YouTube channel, Fitness, Fashion, and Beauty Over 50. But I just love to sit and do makeup. It just like calms me, and it's fun for me. But it's been so hot. There's no way I could apply makeup in the van when it's like 110 degrees. So, but yeah, it rained, so it's cooling off. So,
Well.
oh, good news though. Fun stuff.
What?
I went
Do
in.
I already know it? Maybe.
Yeah, I went and then last night we took Pam out.
Oh, and that was so. Oh, and she looks so good.
She does look good.
She's really quite beautiful.
She is. She was a model, and we figured out because Jessie has my car, and to like go around and around to try and get a vehicle because she can't get into the van. She just can't. She was afraid to even step up that curb yesterday. She started crying. But I have her. I would never let her fall. Anyway, so I'm
she knows that.
I'm like, we can Uber. So we called an Uber. And
We did.
and a woman picked us up, Sylvia.
It was an interesting.
Yeah,
afternoon.
and it was only like a 5-minute drive because it literally is 5 minutes from where she lives. But I figured she can get in an Uber and then they can put the wheelchair in the back. And we had this whole conversation in 5 minutes. Sylvia owns property and has Airbnbs, and she's from Colombia, and she has a property there, and she wants to bring people there. So we started talking about YouTube. And so she's going to call me. Yeah.
It is. I said to her, she wrote down her name, and I said, "Are you going to interview her?" But there's so many interesting people.
Yeah. No. So so in the 5 minutes, and even dealing with Pam in the wheelchair and getting in, and then somebody had left something in her car, and it was a big window treatment.
And would you believe what she did?
Oh, well, this was
Did she take it back to them?
Well, now they have a lost and found that the drivers drop it off. But before somebody had left something, she drove it to their house. They're like, "Oh, please, I can't, get to you or get to whatever the lost and found." And the lady said she'd like leave her a tip, and she never did. So our thing was only like, it was $10 to drive for 5 minutes, but which is fine. And then I left her like the highest, which was a $5 tip. Because she was so nice.
Yeah, she was very nice, and just a tiny little thing.
Yeah, and so we got Pam to Applebee's, and then Jessie and Bailey met us there.
Yes, it was fun.
It was fun, yeah. And then Jessie and Bailey, they had Bailey's truck or like SUV, and then they drove us home, so we didn't have to Uber home.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah, it was.
It was a nice night.
Nothing was really planned, but they always work out best sometimes when you don't plan.
It was just relaxing. It was just relaxing and really nice night and what was I gonna say? Oh, so then I took my scuba test. So if you don't know, in Florida, I wanted to get scuba certified, but then I started that job, and that job was every day.
Yeah.
From like 12 to 4:30 or something, whatever it was, and the scuba, like getting in the ocean, was during the week. Like they didn't have weekend ones, so I couldn't do it because I'm like I have to work, and I had taken time off to do something else, and so I had taken everything. I took the test online. I passed it, and then I got back here. I'm like, I passed the test. Now, like I can take the in water, training, but they're like, oh, because you did it somewhere else, you have to take another test.
Oh no!
To prove that it was you. And so I have an app that I've been studying, and so yesterday I went in, and it was just like a written, like a multiple choice.
Yeah. Oh.
And it was only 25 questions. So I went in and I passed. And so
I never doubted it.
The next one is this next weekend. So
another test.
Well, this is now you get in the pool. This is the training. So Friday night is in the pool, and then Saturday and Sunday is in the lake. So that'll be interesting.
I know you've been looking forward to this for a long time.
A long time.
Trying to fit it in your schedule.
I know, the timing is just always hard. And that's why I wanted to get Pam out, because she hasn't been out since I was here last year.
I know.
And then I feel bad. And so So anyway, so that's what's happening this weekend. And he was telling me about the fun stuff. Like they have dives coming up, like ship dives and stuff like that.
Oh.
And so I want to...
Oh, is this for the cruise? No, you're not. You're talking about something else.
Yeah, no, this is for the
Scuba diving?
scuba diving.
Yeah, oh, okay.
So they're like a group, do you know what I mean? And they have like dives. And so you go with people and you dive together.
Oh, no, yeah.
And so I'd like to get into that like group, and you know, because I think that would be fun. And I was thinking, you know, since I've been home, I haven't really done anything fun.
No, you've worked constantly.
I've worked. I mean, and some of the work is fun, you know, but it's still work. And I just haven't done anything just on my own, like what I want to do. And so...
Well, now that Jessie has graduated and everything, I mean, you won't have to be helping her with school anymore.
Yeah. And now she'll get paid. She starts on Monday. And so now she'll get her first paycheck. And they decided to stay at her dad's now to save money.
That's good.
And so, so no, all is good there. And then I reached out to Jill yesterday. I haven't even seen Jill since I've been back.
Oh, they went to school together.
We went to grade school. We've been best friends. One
nice.
of those friends that, like, you cannot talk for a year and then talk and you're just like, you understand. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's mad. Nobody's, you know.
You just start where you left off
Right.
whatever years ago.
Yeah.
So when are you going to meet Jill now?
This next week.
Oh,
So,
say hi.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Lovely lady.
Yeah. So, so I've decided, and you know, I was telling you the other day, my motto now is the juice worth the squeeze? Do you know what I mean? Am I getting out either what I'm putting into it, or is it worth the
That's
effort
a good attitude.
or my time?
I think because otherwise you work.
Yeah, I do. I work.
Well, your dad was like that.
Well, he had 6 kids and a wife to take care of.
Yeah, he had to keep busy.
Yeah.
Keep busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else? You know what? I'm going to have to leave you alone because I got to pee quick. I've had 2 cups of coffee this morning.
Oh,
so
I don't like it when you do this.
It's like in the van, go to the bathroom before we go, you know, but I'm drinking more coffee. So you tell them a story. Tell them, oh, you know what? It's Aunt Marcia's, what birthday is it this Tuesday?
She'll be 89.
Oh, she's a spring chicken.
All of my in-laws, my brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws, and I had a lot of them. There were 8 boys and 1 girl in my husband's family, and the girl was the oldest. You know the difference of being the oldest with 7 brothers than being the youngest with 7 brothers. I think if you're the youngest, you're probably just, you know, so little and cute, and the only girl, the boy, you know, it's probably a different life than being the oldest, because she had to help her mom watching and all of that for all those years. So, but anyway, there are only 3 left now. There's 3 or 4 of us left out of all of them. So anyway, she's going to be 89, and he has, and another brother is 91. They're all living to be old. Yeah.
We're gonna call these segments with Joy. I'm gonna train you to be able to just take over, and one day I'm just gonna turn the camera on.
Oh no.
And you can just sit and talk.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You make me look good. You do. She does. Yeah.
Well,
if I'm sitting here all alone, it's like
you'd get used to it.
I guess.
You know, Jessie yesterday, because I called her to tell her, I'm like, oh, we're taking Pam out to dinner, and Jessie hasn't seen Pam in a couple years.
A what?
I called Jessie yesterday and I said, oh, we're going out with Pam tonight. And I said, do you want to go to dinner with us?
Oh.
Because she hasn't seen Pam in a couple years.
Yeah.
And And she's like, yeah, she goes, you know, she goes, I'm just all peopled out this week.
Oh.
I said, you know
I suppose
what?
that can happen.
That's how I feel. Like either I'm at Walgreens surrounded by, you know, customers and working and people, and then, you know, I'm with you. I'm always like interacting.
I know, you never are quiet and
it does get to be like, yeah, you just want to be quiet. And that Friday, I don't think I finished the story. I think I started it. That I fell asleep at 8 p.m. Because then Friday I worked from 7 to 1, then picked you up. We went to the dentist. That lasted for quite a while.
Yeah.
Then we went to Subway. Then I dropped you off. Then I met Jesse and Bailey. We were going to go to Cherry Berry for some yogurt ice cream. And we were meeting at 4:30 or 5, and they were already closed on a Friday night. Yeah. So then we went to Cup and Cone.
They're always open.
Yeah, they're always open. And then we walked downtown White Bear, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the van. I parked. I fell asleep at 8. I was watching something. I woke up Saturday at 11 a.m. Well, I woke up at like 6. I just naturally wake up early, but then I'm like, oh, I'm going to just try and sleep for a little bit more. I could not believe when I looked at my phone and it said 11 a.m. I don't think I've slept that late since like college or high school.
You really needed it because you've been going nonstop.
And you know, one of those ones where you wake up and I'm like, what day is it? Where am I supposed to be? Where am I? Who am I?
Be like Rip Van Winkle and sleep for what, 100 years? Something like that.
But I tell you, it is like, you know, they say once you quit drinking that your sleep gets so much better, you sleep deeper, and that's the truth. Like, I'm getting a lot of sleep. I went to Orange Theory on Thursday, which I love. So yeah, like physically, I'm feeling my back feels a lot better. So
I never thought of you as drinking.
Well, I know we say that, Mom, but it's not like I was an alcoholic. I was listening, I was watching something of somebody else who got sober. It's like, seems to be the thing now. A lot on TikTok, they talk about this. And it's just like, there's no like in between, like there's ups and downs like in a life. Do you know what I mean? It's not like either you have to be an alcoholic or you're like just a social drinker.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like they said, a lot of women, there was a study, and I read this a long time ago, that a lot of women were becoming more dependent on alcohol, like at night. Like, you know, you start with a glass of wine because it's relaxing after the end of a day.
Yeah.
And then after a while, it's like, oh, 2 glasses of wine. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, it's a bottle.
Yeah, I can
And
see
you
that.
just start to like get used to that. Do you know what I mean? It's like what you look forward to. And that's the thing. I didn't consider myself like having a problem with alcohol, but it was something that every night I look forward to. Oh, okay, then at the end of the day, kind of like a treat, that I'm going to go see those friends and just sit down and get to have this conversation, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and have some drinks.
That I understand.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's not like it was a problem like I got up and had to start drinking. It was just a problem. It was becoming a habit.
Yeah.
And you know, I haven't been there. It's funny, the one of the bartenders came in to Walgreens.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, Tracy, I haven't seen you. And I said, oh, I quit drinking. She goes, well, you can still come up there. She goes, we have a lot of good non-alcoholic beers and stuff like that.
Would that work?
Yeah, you know what? I don't even thinking about drinking turns me off. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's good.
Because I feel it's so much better to wake up in the morning without like a headache or a hangover or anything. That's worth it more to me than drinking. And it's not like I couldn't go there and like just have a soda or something, but it was even the time suck that it was taking. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I have so much to do anyway, and I'm like, how did I get everything done like sitting there for 3-4 hours, you know, a night? And now it's just, I think, me catching up on my sleep. And like I said, now I realize I haven't like done anything like fun, like, I like to do activities, like I like to do adventures. And so now I want to focus on that. I realize I'm working too much.
Well, that's the beginning.
Right.
You realize, yeah.
I mean, the whole point, of like trying to make my life so I can although, just like with Dad, when you own your own business, and I kind of am my own business.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I work at Walgreens, and I do invoices, and I do this, is that you're pretty much working 24/7 because you're always thinking about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like if you do a 9 to 5, well, a lot of times a 9 to 5 now is like a 9 to 9 anyway.
Yeah.
Because they want you at their disposal all the time. But when it's your thing, it's like I said, for YouTube, you're always like, oh, I should be videoing this, or, oh, it's stuff I would be doing anyway.
Yeah.
But, on top of that, pull out the video and do all that. And the reviews I have to plan. Now I have the scooter. I came to get the scooter, and I was going to do that today, but I got to work at 4, and I have some computer stuff I have to do. But it's supposed to be nice tomorrow.
Perfect. That'll be perfect. And then you'll do it tomorrow then. Yeah.
But I have a doctor's appointment at 12:15 to re-up my estrogen and progesterone.
Yeah.
They just need to see you, once a year. And that was another thing. So they got me in fairly quick, like 3 weeks. But I have to
That's
go.
not bad at all nowadays.
No, but I have to go in to get my escitalopram, which is my Lexapro, which is my anxiety medication. I have to go in once a year to get that, make sure everything's okay, to get it refilled for a year.
Yeah.
I can't get in until August.
That's the end of the summer.
And I
huh?
called like 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So.
Well, there's so many people. That really.
And I think a lot of the doctors are quitting because they've been so overworked.
Well, I read that
Yeah, I know.
during COVID at its highest, it said that they were just getting burnt out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so tomorrow I'm doing that. That looks like so much fun.
I know.
I'll show you.
I wonder if they can see it.
Poor
Yeah.
Joy has all my stuff in here.
Yeah, I look like a bike shop.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind.
And then
don't
there's
mind.
a bike over there. I'm just waiting for a couple screws to show up. And then for up here.
I met, screwy people
Screwy.
or what? Yeah.
Wait for a couple screws that were loose, to show
They're
up.
Loose,
Yeah.
loose screws, yeah. But
And then I'm gonna redo that.
I don't. Ever since the bike got sold, so I said, put them in my apartment. I don't mind.
Oh, that was another thing. So the bike that got stolen, I think I told you, the claim went through. I signed an agreement, and so now they said 10 to 15 days. I'll get that money, and then I'll buy a bike. And that was the one I was really excited because it looks like a motorcycle.
Isn't that supposed to be one of the best? The most expensive ones?
I don't know how much that one is,
Oh,
but that
but
one's
it's like a
looks so
motorcycle.
well. And now I'm not only doing e-bikes and scooters. A company reached out to me. I don't know if I showed you, for a kid's e-bike, and it looks literally like a motorcycle. Remember the motorcycle I had, my Honda?
I do. She had a motorcycle.
Yeah, and it looks just like that motorcycle. It's like the coolest, and it's for 4 to 10-year-olds. And so they're sending me that. So that's coming up.
Boy, it's great to be a little kid nowadays.
Oh.
They have so much stuff for little kids.
Well, and the guy who buys a lot of the e-bikes, because his family all wants them. They all live on property and stuff like that. And once he bought one, he's like, "Hey, where'd you get that?" So he buys all the bikes. And his daughter's 8, and I said, "Hey, if I got this, because I think it's so cool," I said, "Would your daughter wanna be my kid, or?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh my gosh, yes." He goes, "She told me she wants to grow up and be a YouTuber and move to Beverly Hills."
They're inspiring the children.
I said, "I don't know if you'll be able to move to Beverly Hills being a YouTuber."
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got my Google AdSense. And here's the thing, I'm going to be honest about this too. So I got paid $899, And yeah, I put out 3 videos a week. And again, they're taking more now, and they haven't shared that with us. I was watching a couple of videos that that now they're taking more of our AdSense money. Anyway, but where I do make my money is then when I do the reviews.
Yes, yes.
And
but they're a lot of work when you really
they are a
think
lot of
about
work.
it. I mean, you earn
They are
that
a lot of
money,
work.
really, yeah.
Even just getting the bikes to,
And then she
like,
puts them together herself too.
I put the bike
most
together.
of the time she puts them together.
Yeah, yeah, that one was a little challenging, but yeah, I got it together. And then, what was I gonna say? But yeah, so
About
that's how
they're getting more money, and
that's
now
how I
they're
got
not
Jessie
sharing it.
through like her last semester, was like doing the e-bikes and then, you know, selling them, and I sell them for half. And you're like, well, you could sell them for more, you could sell them for full price. And I just think that it all works fine, like, you know, but anyway, so that's the deal.
Yeah.
So that's where YouTubers make their money. So I hope you can give me grace, or us grace, to know that it's not the AdSense,
Yeah.
like, that's making the money. It's doing the sponsorships and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Because YouTube's a lot of work.
yeah. I mean,
I
can say I see you what you
I know.
do. Yeah.
I know.
But I don't know. I hope that cruise thing's come through. They've stopped looking at it yet, or they put it
Yeah.
on
Somebody has too.
hold.
No, I haven't heard yet. After they put it on hold, I haven't heard. But I just reached out because I want to get, me and Keith want to get a job on a ship for like a month. You know,
Oh,
like.
for how could you do it for only a month? Don't they?
So,
usually want-
and the guy that I work with doing his invoices, he was the one that I went to do the tall ship conference with, and you know, I
Yeah.
met all those ship people. And so some like private boats or catamarans, you know, just like go from here to, you know, like, you know, from here to like Hawaii or wherever they go, I don't know.
Oh,
and so you just like do charters, like,
oh, now that would be.
if anybody ever saw that show Below Deck, I used to watch it. And so you just work on like private charters.
Oh, now that sounds like it must pay good money, I would imagine.
Yeah, and you get a tip like from the people who are
yeah,
chartering the
that's
boat,
nice
you know?
too, yeah.
So that's what I'd like to get into. And again, like I said, this next chapter is in the water, on the water, or under the water, or over the water, or something like that.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
And I
yeah.
am gonna leave for Florida still, because Charlene needs to be somewhere warm when it gets cold.
Yeah. You always got to think of Charlene.
And then I'll be by Keith and John, and then we're going to Cozumel in December, and then yeah, it's gonna go by fast. And then I'm still gonna plan that Bali trip, and I'll have to get like a specific number of people who are interested in going, because that would probably be more towards like March that we would go to Bali. And I'd love to bring a group of women, and it would be just women this time. And I was thinking that maybe if men wanted to go, maybe John and Keith would want to bring men.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because I'm sure there's men who'd like to go traveling, and, you know, and John and Keith are so fun.
They look like they're fun.
They are
They're
fun.
Nice, yeah.
And I think we're all trying to find a connection, and it's so hard to make friends.
It is. No, it did. I think that's one of the things that changed.
Well, and you learn that
There's
here.
so many people now,
Right.
you know.
And you even learned that here. Like, you thought, you'd make so many friends, and I know you've been disappointed.
Well, and I'm not saying everybody is really nice. I mean, very nice. They always get a smile and a hello.
Yeah.
A lot of people know my, you know, on my floor, and I know my name, and I know their name now. It's just that there's, I don't know. It's because, you know what, it's not them, it's me. I can't see and I can't hear, and so I can't participate in conversations in a group.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Then I can hear.
Right.
if there's no background noise.
Right.
So it's really not them.
Because the lady knew you downstairs when I dropped you off
Yeah.
yesterday. She said, "Hi, Joy."
Oh no, they know my name.
Yeah.
I've been here a little over a year.
But
I know
can't.
their names.
You can't see them unless you get really close to them.
What
right?
I'm saying is, I can't sit and talk with them and visit with them, and
Right.
and get to know them because they gather in groups.
Right. Yeah, they all
And-
there's a room downstairs and they play bingo and they
Oh.
have all this fun stuff, or
Yeah.
even for coffee, they do coffee.
Yeah. Oh,
But it's hard.
It's very nice, and the people are lovely. It's me.
It's
I
me.
mean, it's my problem, not theirs. But I go for walks and I see people, and everyone always says hi. And then down in the lobby when I'm coming in, I'll see people. Now that it's summer, they'll be sitting outside, and we'll have a one-to-one
Right,
chat,
yeah.
which is really nice. So, and I am, and I did meet this one lady,
Dolores.
yeah.
Because I took Dolores. We didn't tell this story about how
Oh yeah, but I mean,
no, Dolores was so I was coming to see my mom, and Dolores was down like in the foyer or whatever, and she looked distressed, and I walked up to her and I said, "Do you need help with something?" And she said, "Oh, you don't live here." And I said, "No, I'm here to see my mom." And she's like, "Well, I'm trying to get to my friend who's dying, and
see that breathing thing,
COPD."
COPD.
And I said, "Well, I'll take you." And she's like, "Oh."
If you can get in the van.
And I said, "But here's the thing, she had a cane."
She's a little.
She's 90, 91?
She's got a birthday at the end of the
Yeah.
month. I think she said she'll be 91. Yeah.
And she was like, and I said, "I'll just take you." I go, "But can you get in a van?" She goes, "I can get in a van."
She's just little. Yeah.
And so I didn't even go up to visit you. I just got her in the
I
van
know.
and drove her, and it wasn't far. And she kept saying, "Let me give you money. Let me do this." And I said, "No." I said,
she's-
it wasn't even far. And then we were talking about you, and she goes, "I'm going to go see your mom." And then I gave her my phone number because I said, "I'll come pick you up. Just call me and I'll come pick you up." And she's like, "No, you've already done enough." And I'm like, "No, I'll just come pick you up. Don't worry about it." And that's the thing. And I realized this in myself too. When we say that we'll do something and to help somebody else, we're doing it from our heart. But it's hard for us to accept help a lot of times.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
think that's
mean?
true.
Where I
Yeah.
think we need, because we're conditioned. I know I'm conditioned to just do things by myself. Like, no, I got it. Don't worry. Because I've had traumatic experiences with people then who hold that over your head.
Yeah.
Oh, if I help you,
Yeah.
oh, I'm doing this to help you. And then it's like, well, when are you going to get your shit out of my garage? Or, do you know what I mean? And so, but then she said that she was going to reach out to you, and she did.
She did. And she sat down and we
She
had
came to
a
visit
nice
you,
long
yeah.
talk. And I have seen her. Well, her birthday is the end of the month.
And she even called me and left a message, and she said, "Tracey, you're special. And not many people would do that." And I'm like, well, who wouldn't do that if a woman was in distress if a man was in distress,
Well, and the thing is, though, but people are busy, and a lot of times they're not aware, maybe,
True.
of the help people need. But
True.
I'm saying it's like this in every. I've never lived in an apartment before, but this is the way it is. People mind their own business. You know, this is their home, and they stay
Well,
there.
and you decided you're going to stay even after.
I am, unless I would need assistance. I mean, if something would happen and I couldn't do things, the only thing I really need assistance.
Just put you in the back of the van.
I'll go with Tracey.
Yeah. People always say that, why don't you bring joy? Why don't you bring joy? And it's like, it's not that easy.
No, and you don't want to be around your mama all the time. It would get a little disgusting.
I already am. You're you're like, I don't see you. I'm like, you've seen me for the past 5 days. I'm here all the time.
I know, and I follow her around, but not because I follow her around, so I can hear her.
She's in the kitchen, and you're like, I'm trying to make something, and you're right behind me. I go, Mom, I go, can you stand? Sometimes I take your shoulder. I go, can you stand right there while I finish making my sandwich?
I stick like glue, folks.
He does.
No, no. The reason when you're talking, I
I
follow
know.
you around so I can hear you, like a little puppy dog. Yeah, but I don't do it anymore. I've paced myself. I say
No, you don't follow me to the bathroom anymore.
Yeah, I don't follow her to the bathroom.
I always say,
anymore.
I'm going to the bathroom. She'll stand there. Yeah.
I don't hear you. See?
Well, because then you don't keep talking to me while I'm in the bathroom. That was the problem.
Oh, I don't
Oh, and guess
know.
what's coming? They're sending us another snack box.
Oh, I can hardly wait. Oh my goodness, my tummy is growling already.
I wonder where we're going to go this time to eat.
I don't know.
So yeah, so it's become the thing. I didn't know they were going to send one every month, but it's
When
kind of
we
fun.
do that, we should do the ambiance thing and put like a fake palm tree or whatever trees they have in that country.
Like I don't have enough going on.
Oh, I thought you'd
Let
have
me
time.
just go get a fake palm tree and
Get a background scene.
yeah, let me do that, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Next time, folks.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's got plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time.
I'm kidding.
All right, well, it's 41 minutes. I don't know how fast time, but you know what? You didn't ask me this time. You didn't say, what are we going to talk about?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
No. Are you ready?
Well, what are we going to talk about next time?
Oh, you're precursoring to next time?
Yes. Well, we can always talk about my teeth. That's so exciting.
So exciting, yes.
Maybe,
But that's our adventures now. That's my adventures now. Taking Joy to all the dentists. The dentist, the periodontist, the endodontist. Yeah. So I got to call Monday to make that appointment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Life is so much fun.
Joy's life is an adventure, right?
Yes,
Your tooth adventure.
Oh,
Teeth
dear.
adventure.
I always thought I'd have my teeth. Yeah, but you never know.
No.
They have so many things they can,
Well, and next weekend I'm going scuba diving.
Yeah.
And then I think I'll still have to work Sunday night till midnight. So we'll see. I'm going to see if during scuba diving, if they'll let me wear like a GoPro so I can go under the water with it. But our lakes are not clear like other
they're
places
not.
are. But, maybe I can get some footage. So we'll see what happens for next week because I'm going to be so busy.
Well, I've heard that in Canada, their lakes are just really clear. Go to Canada.
I'll ask Keith. Keith's
Yeah.
from Canada.
Oh, is Keith in Canada?
He can only
I know you've told me that.
He can only come here 6 months a year because you have to have a visa otherwise. It's a different country.
But I hear that the water, they really take care of it. I don't know if it's
I'll ask
true,
Keith.
but I've heard that.
We'll get back to you. Or if you live in Canada, let us know. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I need to get close.
You can't get any closer. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go out and
And
make
make
an
an
adventure,
adventure.
no matter how big or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move into a van. Why?
Because she did that.
I did that, but you can. Right? Right.
Okay.
And go call someone you love, and as Joy says,
Say I love you.
tell
They'll
them
love that. Yeah.
tell them that I love you. And don't you dare forget
You're magic.
and to brush and floss your teeth, right?
Yeah.
Keep your teeth.
Oh, I brush and
I
floss.
know you do. Don't forget your magic.
Don't forget your magic.
And we'll see you in the next one. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Bye.